Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be featuring Lollersox, who was the first trainer to reach rank 10 with the whole tanking strategy. If you know what I'm talking about, you can check out the video earlier today. But anyways, this trainer was the #1 ranked trainer from season 1, one of the best GBL battlers in the entire world. As he's proven time after time. So let's go ahead and get started with the battles. This is a team he's been using since preseason. Consists of Empoleon, Togekiss, and Dragon Breath Giratina. It's quite an interesting team because, like, technically, like, none of these Pokemon like straight up beat Registeel, but he's able to make it work quite effectively. So this is a favorable matchup for Empoleon, only because it double resists the Ice Shard, or not only, because of that he double resists the Ice Shards, and then as well Hydro Cannon is a much better move than Surf. They're both 40 energy, but Surf is base 65 power, Hydro Cannon is base 80 power, so it's like a 20% difference, more than a 20% difference in base power, and that certainly adds up over time. And as well, the waterfalls are single resisted, as opposed to Ice Shards being double resisted. But Lapras does have a much better attack stat, so it looks like he's trying to, like, you know, bait up to like show a Flash Cannon. Obviously he's rocking Blizzard, and you can see Empoleon wins this matchup in the one shield pretty comfortably. Probably gonna be able to leave with a Hydro Cannon. Yep, gonna be able to leave with a little more energy than a Hydro Cannon, and then Hydro Cannon is usually a pretty solid move. They actually go into Armored Mewtwo, so they must have a Pokemon that is very weak to Empoleon in the back. And Armored Mewtwo is very tanky, but took quite a bit of damage there, and gonna go into Giratina because it does just because it is much tankier than Togekiss, and it's gonna be able to get to a charge move to take out this Armored Mewtwo. Let's see if they decide to shield. Shield does come up, so let's see how he's gonna play this. Comes a Side Strike, and then here comes the Charizard. And gonna go into the Togekiss. Pretty safe here. It takes 9 Fire Spins to get to a Dragon Claw and a Blast Burn. So even if he got baited, he'd be able to get to the Ancient Power, which occurs after 8 Charms. So Charms and Fire Spins are the same duration. And then it gets the very unnecessary boost, and his opponent decides to leave the match. All right, GG, well played. Empoleon is, like, I think a very sleeper pick. I believe I featured a team earlier, and I know someone's gonna type in the comments, I think from Brazil, Nathan, who also is frequently on the leaderboard, also uses this team, but I believe they discovered this team independent of one another. And safe switching into Giratina is pretty interesting, mostly because, like, most of the counters to Giratina, you know, the Charmers, the Ice types, lose to Empoleon pretty badly. So here goes Icy Wind, gonna apply some more pressure onto this Articuno with the Dragon Breath. So he's basically trying to find the counter. Or the potential steel type as well. Okay, so in a very good position, Empoleon, well, in decent position I should say, Empoleon does double resist the Ice Shards, and then as well single resist the Hurricane and double resist the okay, here comes Meganium. Interesting. So it looks like he's gonna try just to chip away at this Meganium. Barely survives that Frenzy Plant. Oh my gosh, I wasn't sure if Empoleon would actually survive that Frenzy Plant. And gonna go into Togekiss, and then at this point in time, The Frenzy Plants actually probably do more damage than the Shadow Sneaks. Is that right? Shadow Sneak is base 50 power. Has stab, so does Frenzy Plant, so that evens out. And then Frenzy Plant is base 100 power, so it's like 60. It's like you divide by, but it's resisted, so it's like 100 divided by 1.6, which is like 60. If I go 60 times, yeah, it's basically 60. So the Frenzy Plants actually do the most damage. So they actually, and Meganium probably has a slightly higher attack than Giratina in Ultra League. I guess I could double check that, but I think that's the logic of the math when I'm looking at it. All right, gonna go against Mudkips, who's a very good trainer from Arizona, as you can tell. So this is obviously a really good matchup for Empoleon. Gonna throw the Hydro Cannon right away. It's gonna force the Typhlosion into shield. And as you can see, these able to sneak in a waterfall. That's absolutely huge. That's technically Typhlosion should be able to get to it. Beforehand, we're gonna go into Togekiss. Gyarados can reach a Hydro Pump, and you can get a sense of like whether or not they're at the Hydro Pump. Because like roughly, what is it, like 12 and a half turns to get to the Hydro Pump, and then to get to the Ancient Power is 12 turns. So, 12. Yeah, this game's over anyways. Yeah, because of 8 charms. 8 charms times 1.5 is 12. So basically, if they fire, depends on how the switching occurs, but if they get to it roughly the same time as you get to Ancient Power and you switch in the same time, if they fire it beforehand, then it is going to not be the Hydro Pump. It's like a rule of thumb, something to kind of like assess whether or not, think about it like in the Zero Shield, Gyarados getting the Hydro Pump would almost KO, or probably KO with the Dragon Breath Togekiss, but Togekiss wins the Zero Shield if you're able to land the Ancient Power, and maybe even the Aerial Ace, because they're the same amount. So this is obviously a very favorable lead right now. Let's see how you're going to be able to. Okay, looks like just going to fire it off. You notice that he fires off after 7, realizing that Togekiss is going to get to the charge move. Is that? Oh yeah, it's the flamethrower. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Should be 10. I guess they got it off before. I thought it was one earlier, but that's quite alright. Has energy for 2 Hydro Cannons, I believe. Oh man, that is super oppressive. And gonna safe switch into Togekiss. A little bit dangerous. Could totally have a Steel type, and they do in Berserker, but Berserker needs a little bit of help in this matchup. This is likely a foul play. Oh, not gonna shield. Okay, all right, doesn't KO. Yeah, Berserker needs a little bit of help in this matchup because the both charge moves are usually resisted, usually close combat. Foul play is the way to go to handle the Giratina and Registeel. All right. All right, we're gonna go into the next matchup. Empoleon versus Melmetal. So this is an interesting one. So obviously Melmetal can throw the superpower. Probably gonna throw the superpower and bail. So, and gonna switch out into Gyarados, and then the insta switch into Togekiss. So you can see like right now they get to the Hydro Pump. So it's roughly the same amount of time. Oh, it's a crunch. Are they gonna crunch bait again? Really? That is a pretty new strat. Okay. It does. I don't know if it really helps too much in this case. Good, because this Melmetal, we're gonna have to shield the flamethrower, or else it'll do a lot of damage. And it can't really farm down. It can build up a lot of energy though. Is the rock slide. Okay, could try catch a superpower. No. Well, I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. And then here comes the opposing Giratina. This is going to be a very close game. Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I actually don't know who wins CMP. And I don't know if like one superpower will straight up KO. Okay. Getting the farm is quite nice. Oh, and it's going to be able to double up. Well, let's see who wins CMP. Okay, well, Empoleon wins. Is that really the case? Let me quickly look this up on my phone. Empoleon, Melmetal. So Empoleon does barely just win CMP. Probably a little bit IV dependent. So gonna safe switch. Gonna be met by Cresselia. So this is a good matchup for Cresselia, but a little bit late on the switch. So Cresselia is typically Cresselia. Oh, interesting shield came up. I personally wouldn't shield. So typically Cresselia gets to the first charge move. Mostly because you're not going to get a shield from this Empoleon afterwards. Looks like they're choosing to farm up some additional energy. Yeah, before firing off the Moonblast. Okay, decide to shield. She wants to try to win switch advantage here. Gets the attack drop. And to be honest, I'm not sure how advised that shield was, but gonna throw. Man, okay, that makes sense because it's gonna be able to farm down afterwards. Oh man, Cresselia gets off an air charge. That'd be insane. All right, here comes the opposing Giratina. Hoping that switch advantage, well, it has energy, right? But definitely gonna get beat to it. And then likely we're gonna see Togekiss come out. And then hopefully it doesn't have a Registeel. Okay, here comes Swampert. Oh, okay. This is actually gonna be a very close game. Whoa, okay. Swampert is able to get to the Earthquake first. Okay, still a close game. Still a close game. I don't know actually. If this Giratina can get to a Shadow Sneak, I think you have to shield this. Yeah, and then get off the. Oh my gosh! What the heck? Okay. Whoa. Okay, that was confusing. Couldn't get the Hydro Cannon for some reason. Okay, so this is the matchup that I think people will want to see. So these waterfalls are absolutely chunking away, and typically, you can display the 2-shield matchup out. They get to the Focus Blast. Oh, does the dirty switch. Okay. Typically, Focus Blast is 7.5 turns, but it ends up catching a Flash Cannon, so it's not really that bad. So basically, Focus Blast is 7.5 turns. Flash, and then Hydro Cannon from Empoleon is 7.5 turns as well. Luckily, we're just going to see the farm down from Empoleon. So we're gonna shield, likely a flamethrower. which would be neutral, but would chunk away. Let's see if what they're gonna come in with. Gonna come back in with Registeel. Gonna be able to double Hydro Cannon, and these waterfalls and Hydro Cannons are really adding up against Registeel. And they actually choose to double shield their Registeel. I guess they can call it Shield now, after all the shields it's consumed. Focus Blast makes sense. And then they're gonna be able to get to. They're trying to sack there. Oh yeah, this is a absolutely horrible matchup for Armored Mewtwo. Was trying to catch the dynamic. Well, this is gonna be a Psy Strike. And okay, this is gonna actually be a okay. I don't think so. Actually, they're gonna be able to get to. Well, actually, will they get to a Flamethrower? And has enough time elapsed for them to switch out. Yeah, they're definitely. I think they get to the Flamethrower. I don't know if this Registeel has any energy. Is it that low on health? Oh, well, I guess it wouldn't have. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have got to the charge move because only did one extra charm afterwards. I guess that was finding the right win condition. Was trying to find get the boost and then have boosted charms. Okay, so this is also an interesting match. Okay, this is switch into Giratina, and here comes Registeel. So they're rocking the double steel line. Likely double steel in Gyarados or double steel in Dragon Breath Giratina is what I'm expecting. Either way, Togekiss should be able to beat, or they could rock Cresselia as well. Cresselia makes sense as well. Okay, looks like he's gonna shield. Wants to try to win the switch advantage. This Registeel has to shield in order to okay, they go into Escavalier. Oh, here comes Togekiss. Togekiss does wall Escavalier. It double resists both moves. You can see the Mega Horn does it. Double resists every move except for Acid Spray, and Acid Spray does such little damage. It might as well be a double resist. So as you can see, these Mega Horns are really not doing that much, but we'll probably have to throw. Yeah, it's gonna have to throw because these counters, and it does resist the charm as well. So, where do you let it go? Gonna let it go. Oh, they drill run. Okay, simultaneous. This Giratina is very low. Let's see what they have in the back. Likely Empoleon can take out whatever's in the back, and they actually show Swampert. Really, Swampert double steel. So like not Togekiss, Gyarados safe switch is like kind of awkward for this team. Hydro Cannon? That seemed a little early for the Earthquake. They're probably just going to straight Hydro Cannon. Oh, okay. I potentially would just straight Hydro Cannon at that point in time. I could trade Hydro Cannon and try to sack Reggie as well, because Empoleon's like pretty predictable to sack switch on. Okay. All right. Very well played, and I believe this is the final match. And okay, so I'm assuming this goes well for. Okay. My assumptions were correct, that this would go well for Empoleon. I didn't know necessarily that well, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna go into this next match. This is a favorable matchup for Empoleon. These waterfalls and Hydro Cannons are adding up as well. It resists the Hydro Cannon. Are they gonna go for the Earthquake? They end up baiting. That's quite all right. I don't know. Is this gonna be an earthquake? It does quite a bit of damage, but I guess it doesn't KO. And baiting out the steel type is quite helpful. And so it takes 7.5 seconds to get to, not 7, is it? Yeah, 7.5 seconds to get to a Shadow Sneak. So you can certainly play around that if you're the, nope, it looks like they're just gonna straight throw. And Lollersox recognize that. It's gonna, they're probably gonna throw, well in this case they threw it right away. Here comes the Hydro Cannon. Let's see whether or not they shield. No shield. This is almost for sure superpower. And expect the switch out. Nope. Okay, just gonna let it go. That makes sense. The waterfall went through. And then here comes Escavalier. And basically looking to chip away at this. I imagine it's gonna shield, but yeah. Okay, actually decides to counter down. And this is actually gonna be a pretty interesting game. So they're gonna, oh no, okay. I think you stay in. I think you have to stay in with the Escavalier, because now this Togekiss is gonna get way too much energy. And I think this actually would have been a very close game staying in, because this, I don't know if the Togekiss can farm all the way down. And as well, you can catch a charge move, but going that way route just allowed the Togekiss to farm, get energy, and throw the finishing move. Anyway, so thank you, Lollersox, for sending me those battles with another very interesting team. Anyways, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.